Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're taking a look at UFO Does Not Exist. This is an expedition in the Wahweap Bay area. This expedition is unlocked after completing And Now the Weather. So for this expedition we're going to be using three vehicles. We're going to be using the all-new Sentinel, which I'm in right now. I also have the 072 and the Scout 800 on deck. So let me show you what we're going to be doing, because we're going to be traveling all over the map. You can see all my routes. I'll go through these in depth a little later, but all three vehicles have a set of anchors with them that we're going to be needing. We're also going to be going across a couple of bridges. But before we get started, we're actually going to move over to the Grand Canyon. Part of the new quality of life update allows you to recover to other bases from the map. So to make this one easier, because the location we're trying to get to start off with is over in the far corner of Wahweap Bay, we're going to get there by traveling through the Grand Canyon right over here and go through the gateway. So let me show you how that's done, and then once we get over to Wahweap Bay, I will show you in more detail exactly where we're going to be going. So to start off, we're just going to follow the path out of the outpost here. And we're going to take this Sentinel on a little bit of a journey here. We're going to head right on down the hill here. Head over this way and head on down. Go. And we're going to head right up through here. And from here we're going to make our way up the hill over by that plane. And then we're just going to cross this plateau, kind of make our way over by these trees. And I'll be talking more about the Sentinel at a later date in one of my truck overview videos. Let's go ahead and stop at this airdrop real quick, grab an extra set of anchors, we'll grab the dinosaur bone, and might as well just top off the fuel while we're here. But so far, I have really been enjoying the Sentinel. It is a fantastic addition to the game, and I really like it. It's powerful. It's got 4 inventory slots, which is super useful. And it, from my experience, I haven't really rigorously tested it yet, but it's able to cross a lot of different terrains, which has been really fun to use. This thing is an absolute joy. I'm glad they added it. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Sentinel as well. Anyway, we're going to cross right over here and go through the gateway, and then I will talk to you about everything we're going to be doing on this expedition. Alright, so now that we're in Wahweap, as you can see, this is where our first objective is. So instead of like climbing all the way down the plateau and going all the way over this way and all the way over here and spending like 20 minutes trying to do that, we just used our free recovery over to the Grand Canyon and started there and just went through the gateway, which brings us all the way over here. So what we're going to do is head right on down to the river here and then climb up the hill for the first objective, and then the second objective, which is at the top of the hill. After that, we're going to follow this path all the way down the edge of the map here, through the swampy areas, and then head right on up over this hill, across the river, and into the darkness over here, and grab our third objective. After that, we're going to jump into the Scout 800 and make our way off of this plateau, heading over this way, and then right up through here is going to be our next objective. From there, we're going to jump into my 072, which I have parked down here. We're going to head down into this little canyon, and then make our way back up, around the plateau, down, and then we're going to follow the south end of the map, climb up over this plateau, and head over here and go right along this ridge line, and then we're going to dip down, and then back up, and climb the mountain, and that is where we're going to end. So, a lot of stuff to do. Can't really show all of it on one go, but that is where we're going, so follow along. I will show you how it's done, and we will complete UFO Does Not Exist. This is probably the most intense route planning I've had to put together for an expedition of everything in the game so far. This has been an absolute nightmare to try to put together and figure out exactly what we got to do here. So I hope this helps you guys out a lot, because as much frustration as this was for me, I'm sure it is equally as frustrating for you guys. And I hope I can take some of those frustrations away by showing you a really nice route here to get all of this done. So once we cross the river, we're just going to head right on up the hill here. And from here, we're just going to climb this mountain. So we're going to head right down here. Oh, that was some big damage. That's alright, though. And we're going to head right on up here, and this is going to be our ascension point. So we're going to get all the way up on the left here. Squeeze through on the right side and cross on over to the left. And then we're just going to keep on climbing. Right over here is going to be our first waypoint. We're going to get a little message. Suspiciously quiet. Is he really not here? Let's look for traces near the house. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to head on up to his house, which is all the way up at the top here. Wiggle a little bit, get us up here. This is a little bit of a tight squeeze, but this truck can make it. Use this tree here, kind of pull us a little bit to the right there so we can squeeze out of that rock. There we go, and then we're just going to climb right on up and start scanning. There we go, and there's our clue. What is it? Mountains? We saw a similar place in the north. So the place they're talking to you about is right on over here, and it is right about here. So that's where we're headed next. So in order to get there, we're going to go ahead and back up a little bit here. And we're going to make our way back down this mountain the same way we used to get up here. We're going to head right on down. Nice and easy. Head up on this ridge right here. Make our way down. Right over here, we're going to head back down into the water. And now we dip down. And we're just going to go ahead and cross the water here. And then we're going to head up on the left here. And climb up this hill. Come on. I know you can do this. There we go. Bit of traction there. There we go. A little bit of pressure down. Gives us enough grip on the rocks. We can climb right on up here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reinflate those tires. Go. And we're just going to follow this right between these rocks here. And we're going to climb up here towards these trees. And then we're going to head down on the left here, and that is going to take us into another little swampy area. So from here, we're just going to cross right on through. I'm going to head up to the other side here. We're just going to go right around these trees here. And then from here, we're going to stay on the left side of the water. And we're just going to hug the shoreline here. And then head right on over these rocks. And then we're going to climb right on up. Head right across the crack in the ground here. Right down here, and then up to the right. We're going to go around these trees. Now we're going to head right on down, and this is going to be a tricky spot here. We're going to climb right on over these rocks. Going to drop those pressures down a little bit, and that'll give us the extra little boost we need to get over these rocks. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reinflate and begin this climb here. So this is kind of like a serpentine climb, if you will. We're going to climb up over here, and then we're going to head to the left. And then hard right turn. Up onto this next ledge. And then back over to the left. And then we're going to climb right on up. And then we're going to head right through this rock pass here. Go across the mud, and then we're going to make our way down. So right over here, we're going to climb right on down. And then we're just going to go right across the river here. Head up to the left. Oh, we are out of fuel. Let's go ahead and top off. We got tons of extra fuel resources on the Sentinel. You can see that roof rack is just absolutely packed full of fuel. So lots of extra fuel on this vehicle. Alright, so we're going to head right on down here. And we got another airdrop here. I think our inventory is full of goodies. But we're good there. All there's there is an anchor. We don't need that right now. So we're just going to keep on going. You can see our waypoint is right over there by that rock formation, which was also indicated on the clue that we found up there. So we're just going to go ahead and make our way right on up this path here. And now we're going to go ahead and start scanning, and we're going to look for another clue. And there's our clue. So, well, blue is definitely water. Maybe it's a waterfall. So I'm actually going to pull forward a little bit just to clear my marker. And there we go. So next thing we're going to do is hop into my Scout 800, which I have parked at the north outpost here. And from here, we're going to follow this path kind of across the rivers here. And we're going to head right up here, which is going to be our third clue. So from the north outpost, we're just going to go ahead and make our way right on down. And then we're going to just spiral around the plateau here. Alright, so from here we're going to head right on down the hill. And we're going to be very careful about this here. Just nice and easy. Straighten ourselves out a little bit and keep going. Right over here, we're going to head all the way down to the outside wall and down to the left here. From here, we're just going to zigzag around the rocks. So we make our way down. And make sure you stick the landing. Alright, so from there, we're just going to continue through the little swamp here. We're going to climb up this little hill towards this dead tree. Head off to the right. We got a little bit of a dust storm going on right now. Hopefully you guys can still see everything all right. Alright, so we're just going to head right on through this pass. And that's going to get us down to the river. And we're just going to travel downriver a little bit here. And we're just going to island hop across these little high spots in the river as we make our way down. From here we're going to bounce across. And now we climb. Alright, now we're going to climb down. And back to the river. Technically another river, but they're all connected in some shape or form. I get caught on that branch. Can I get off the branch, please? There we go. Watch out for the branch. Alright, so we're just going to keep going upriver here. You can see our waypoint is just up ahead here for our third clue. And from here, we're just going to climb right on up. Climb up on the left side here. And right over here is going to be clue number 3. And there's our third clue. It's a snail? Maybe it's a bird's eye view. Alright, so with that clue wrapped up, we're going to go ahead and jump into our third and final vehicle swap. And we're going to head to the left from... let me show you where we're at here. So we're at the East Outpost. And we're just going to head right down into this canyon. And that is going to be our fourth clue. So we're just going to head right on down here. And then we're going to scan our clue. Oh, I missed it by just a little bit. That's all right. There we go. I redeemed myself by getting it right in the middle. Finally, no more riddles. These are coordinates. And coordinates they are. So we're going to go ahead and just drive ourselves out of here. Circle around the plateau. Head on down. And we're going to head over this way. Our final destination is right up here on this southern ridge. So let's go ahead and get turned around and get ourselves out of here. I got stuck on those rocks. That was new. Alright. At least we landed upright. That's alright. Alright. I am just going to throw an anchor down. That's why I always bring these with us. And that's just going to pull us right over these rocks. That's probably the hardest part about getting out of here. Go ahead and reinflate the tires. And let's set out and be on our way. Alright, so we're just going to leave the outpost here and make our way around the plateau. Alright, so from here we're going to make our way down. And we're going to head around to the left here. We're going to head through this little mini canyon. head all the way across here. And then make our way down. Go right through the middle of those trees there. And we're just going to work our way right on over these rocks. And then over here, we're going to stay on the left side and go right on over these rocks here. And then we're going to head down these rocks here. And we're just going to keep working our way through this canyon here. Alright, right through here, and then we're going to head down. Go around this big rock here. And then we're just going to work our way right on up this hill here. And I am actually going to take a moment and skip it back to morning so we can see a little bit better. It's starting to get a little dark there. It's a full 2-day expedition here now. Camp for the night there so we can proceed forward with good visibility. We're just going to keep working our way up and over these cliffs here. Right on through this little rock pass here, and we're going to make our way down to that little swamp area down there. So we're going to go right down this hill. I got bounced around a little bit there. That's all right. Back her up and keep going. So right now we're just kind of heading around this swamp. Climb right on up this ledge. And now that we've reached the edge of the swamp, we're going to go all the way around. Climb right on up the hill. And we're going to go right across this bridge. If you don't have this bridge built, it is 75 spare parts. So we're just going to cruise right across the bridge there, climb up onto the rocks. And then right up here, we're going to go up this hill. And then from here, we're just going to follow this ridge all the way down. You can see the nice view of the Wahweap Bay while we're up here. Alright, and right now, we're going to head on down. So, I will say, real quick, there are two ways you can go here, and I'll pop up the drone here just to show you. So I'm going to take you guys down the hill here, but you can proceed forward. There are some rocks here you can climb, but you are going to need an anchor to pull yourself up those rocks. But we're basically going to go down and head up. That's what we're going to do. So take a sharp right turn here, and then a left. That's going to get us down. So yeah, those are two options you can use to get over there. You can anchor yourself over the rocks, or you can just head on down the hill here. Probably a little bit more simple. Just head right on down through here. You know, anchoring yourself over the rocks, it could save you a minute or two, but it's definitely a more adventurous approach if you prefer that. I'm going to go ahead and just patch up the engine since I noticed it was damaged there. So we're going to need the power to get up this hill. Get right around here. Ourselves up with the winch just a little bit there. A little bit of a tug. And then now we're going to head up this path to the right and keep climbing. Alright, and then we're going to head right on up this climb here. We're going to head to the left and get up on these rocks. And right over here is going to be our final destination. Let's go ahead and start scanning here. And there we have it. It's obvious that this is a fake created by some nut, but don't tell anyone about the find. And there you go. That is going to complete UFO Does Not Exist. So I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Hope this helps you out. Hope it takes some of the frustrations away, because this was definitely a frustrating one. And I hope that, above all, you guys enjoyed the guide. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.